Hello everyone, do you guys ever seen an orangutan? And do you guys realize that orangutan is one of the endangered species in Malaysia? Did you know that scientific name of orangutan is Pongo?
Really? I didn't know that. There are different species of orangutan.
Yes, there are 3 recognized species such as Sumatran orangutan, Tapanuli orangutan and Borneo orangutan. Borneo orangutan is found on the island of Borneo and can also be found in East Malaysia, especially Sabah and Sarawak. They live widely in places like the Sepilok Orangutan Rehabilitation Centre, but it's important to note that the Borneo orangutan is an endangered species with up to 104,000 individuals left in the wild.
Did you know that male orangutan is twice of the size of the female orangutan?
Really? How big do they get?
They may attain a height of 1.3 meters and weight of 130 kilograms in the wild. Females, on the other hand, weigh 37 kilograms or less.
That is quite size different. What do they look like?
Well, older males develop white cheek pads, which is a unique feature among primates. Their typically dark tan or brownish skin is covered with relatively coarse and usually sparse red hair.
Interesting. What do they eat?
Orangutan have a varied diet. They eat fruits, bark, leaf, and insects.
And how long do they live?
The average life expectancy of orangutan is wild is up to 45 years.
Did you know that orangutan plays a significant role in their ecosystem as dispersers?
Really? How does that work?
Well, orangutans are frugivores. As they move through the canopy, foraging for their favorite foods, they unintentionally become carriers of seeds. When they consume foods, they often discard seeds in different locations, promoting the dispersal of various plant species.
That's fascinating. How they help with the regeneration and diversity of plants life in the rainforest.
Exactly. Without orangutans, many tree and plant species would struggle to spread and grow, impacting the several structure of this forest. Their foraging habits not only disperse seed but also influence the diversity of plant species in their habitat.
So they help maintain biodiversity too?
Yes, by consuming fruits at different stages of ripeness, they prevent any single plant species from dominating the ecosystem. This biodiversity benefits a wide range of other animals that depend on this plant for food, shelter, and other resources.
I have heard orangutan are often described as gardeners of the forest. What does that mean?
That is a great question. Orangutan activities such as building nests and moving through the canopy have a direct impact on the structure of the forest. As they construct nests in the trees, they create new openings and clearings that can allow sunlight to reach the forest floor. This influences the composition of vegetation in their environment. Therefore, orangutan help shape the overall structure of the forest.
Did you know that orangutan are facing severe serious threat to their survival?
No, I didn't. What kind of threat are they facing?
One of the biggest problems is habitat destruction. Deforestation releases carbon stored in trees, contributing to the climate change. These challenges faced by orangutan.
That's terrible. How does deforestation affect them directly?
Orangutans spend 90% of their life in trees. When these trees are cut down, they lose their homes and are forced to move in new ones.
What about pollution? Does that affect them too?
Yes, it does. Wildfire, often caused by deforestation practices, produce toxic smoke that orangutan inhale. Exposure to this smoke could have severe consequences for their health.
Are there any other threats they face?
Unfortunately, yes. Orangutan are often hunted for the illegal pet trade, traditional medicine, and bushmeat.
Did you know that one of the Malaysia's primary conservation actions has been the establishment and maintenance of protected areas and national parks?
Really? Can you tell me more about these areas?
Certainly, these areas serve as safe havens for flora and fauna, ensuring their survival and maintaining biodiversity. For example, Taman Negara, Endau Rompin National Park and Kinabalu Park. These are vital for preserving the country's natural heritage.
That is fascinating. What other steps has Malaysia taken for conservation?
Deforestation is a global concern and Malaysia has taken steps to combat this issue. Deforestation is crucial in preserving in-country diverse ecosystem. For instance, Malaysia Heart of Borneo project focuses on restoring and maintaining critical rainforest habitat to protect endangered species and promote sustainable land use.
I heard that the conservation did by Malaysia was not successful. Can you explain it?
Actually, Malaysia did a great job to protect orangutan from extinction, but we cannot avoid them to die because some of them will die because the illness and had reached the maximum life.
What are some ways we can enhance conservation activities?
One of the most important ways is through financial support. Adequate funding is essential for conservation activities. Government and private entities should allocate resources to support research, habitat restoration, and anti-poaching efforts.
That makes sense. What about scientific research?
Absolutely. Continuous scientific research and monitoring are vital to conservation activities. Gathering data on consistent species and environmental changes help conservationists make informed decisions.
And I suppose legislation plays a role too.
Indeed, strong environmental legislation and policies are necessary to regulate and enforce conservation activities. Government should enforce law that protect ecosystem, wildlife, and critical habitat. Penalties for illegal